David Wakogi. I'm the coordinator of Friends of Ondiri. Today we are very excited to be hosting this edition of our World Wetlands Day national event. This is the second time we are doing it, and we feel that the government is recognizing the efforts that we, the stakeholders at Ondiri, are playing in protecting wetlands for our common future.
What is your call to other stakeholders and of course the government that put policies in place to ensure that we achieve, we are in the level of international standards? Okay.
My call to the rest of the country is that communities ignore the ecosystem, not only wetlands, but all the natural ecosystems have a responsibility, first of all, to own up those ecosystems and to take care of them, not only for their generation, but also for the future generation.
Our chief guest, our PS and our champion of environment, distinguished guests, all protocol observed. Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. My name is David Wakogi, coordinator and co-founder Friends of Ondiri Wetland. Today marks a historic moment for Ondiri Wetland, and we extend our deepest gratitude to all stakeholders who have made this event a reality, led by our esteemed NEMA Director General, Mr. Mamo B. Mamo, a true champion of environment conservation. It is a great honor that Ondiri has been chosen to host this year's national celebration of World Wetlands Day under the theme, Protecting Wetlands for Our Common Future. Ondiri Wetland is the largest water tower in Kikuyu constituency, supplying water to residents through underground recharge. It is also the source of the biggest river basin in the Republic of Kenya, the Athi River. I sincerely appreciate the multi-agency teams at both the national and county levels who have worked tirelessly to ensure the success of this event. 3 years ago, in this very town and in this great institution, we gathered to celebrate World Wetlands Day.
This important day here in the Republic of Kenya. Our guest of honor, distinguished guests, our partners, ladies and gentlemen, between 2022 and today, Ondiri Wetland has hosted 4 national events: World Wetlands Day 2022, Landscapes and Ecosystem Restoration Program under the Ministry of Environment in 2023, and National Chiefs Climate Action Launch by the Ministry of Interior, and now World Wetlands Day 2025. This demonstrates that Friends of Ondiri Wetland is not only a champion in environmental conservation, but also a dedicated and consistent champion for protecting this vital peatbog. Our efforts have been recognized and appreciated by the government of Kenya, led by His Excellency Dr. William Samoei Ruto, who is deeply committed to wetland conservation. As an organization, we humbly request the following support from our government. 1. Immediate gazettement of Ondiri Wetland as a water tower and as a recognition as an important birding area. 2. Recognition of Ondiri Wetland as the 7th wetland of international importance under the Ramsar Convention. Number 3. Deployment of 3 community scouts by the Kenya Wildlife Service. Number 4, support by the Ministry of Environment to establish a zipline as a sustainable income generating activity. Number 5, the fencing using recycled plastic by Water Resource Authority. Number 6, appointment of 1 member of Friends of Ondiri as the wetlands ambassador for the over 10,000 wetlands we have in the Republic of Kenya, since we have led a successful conservation journey by example. Lastly, the government of the Republic of Kenya to sponsor a road trip to the 15th meeting of the Conference of the Contracting Parties, COP 15,
to the Ramsar Convention on Wetlands, which is scheduled to take place in Victoria Falls, Zimbabwe, from July 23rd to 31st, 2025. As Friends of Ondiri Wetland, we are committed to making this wetland a model conservation site for present and future generations. With your support, our leaders, we will ensure its continued success. Together, let us protect, restore, and celebrate our wetlands for sustainable future. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
We are here today to celebrate the World Wetland Day, and we are happy because Kikuyu constituency, Kikuyu ward, was chosen as the venue. And I also want to appreciate Mwalimu Mr. Kamau for allowing the Alliance High School to host these events. I just want to say two things. One, Bwana PS, I want to say that indeed your department, or rather your ministry and the Department of Environment of Kiambu County has supported Ondiri and Friends of Ondiri over the years. We really appreciate, and while at it, I also want to appreciate the Friends of Ondiri, led by David, my friend David Wakogi, because of the good job that they are doing. You know, yesterday I was reminding David when in 2012 we began this, and I thank God that he ran with it. But as I told you, our guest of honor, PS, we need to spread our wings and move to Kikuyu Springs and move to places like Kiawamagira. Kiawamagira is also part of a wetland, because the English definition of a wetland, Kiawamagira fits very well because we have underground water, we have springs, and Waziri Kuria, our CS for water in Kiambu County, you know, we visited that place, and it's about time that we harness this natural resource so that we have our people get clean water at minimal cost. The final thing that I wanted to say, Bwana PS, and I will do an official letter to your office tomorrow, is that your ministry funds us so that we rehabilitate Kikuyu Springs. The MD Kikuyu Water would tell you that Nairobi gets its water from Kikuyu Springs, but the dam that we are supposed to get water as residents of Kikuyu and Kiambu County, it requires a lot of resources for us to rehabilitate it, and it is cheaper because it is, the energy that we require to supply that water is not as much. So, Bwana PS, we shall be presenting a request, a budgetary request from your department so that you support us. And we shall also request for you to support us at a place called Kiawamagira, where we have people planting blue gum trees. And as we've agreed unofficially with Mwalimu, as I sit down with Waziri Kuria, PS, we shall invite you, because Mwalimu amekubali ya kwamba we need to cut down the blue gum trees, and we do bamboo and other exotic trees. And Mwalimu, we shall tutakusumbua.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I want to thank you for joining us today as we commemorate the World Wetlands Day. This occasion reminds us of the critical role wetlands play in sustaining both humanity and nature. Wetlands serve as natural buffers against climate change, providing essential services such as flood mitigation, habitat preservation, water filtration, and shoreline stabilization. Wetlands also offer socioeconomic benefits, including water for domestic and commercial use, food production, medicinal plants, construction materials, livestock for fodder. They also offers recreation and research opportunities. Even with all these benefits, wetlands continue to face threats from climate change, from human activities, including illegal settlements, overgrazing, pollution, and even quarrying. These challenges require urgent intervention to prevent further degradation. This year's theme, Protecting Wetlands for Our Common Future, urges us to reflect on our role in wetland conservation and restoration. Chief Guest, the loss of wetlands directly impacts human survival, making it imperative that we adopt proactive measures to preserve these ecosystems. Our commitment to conservation is not just as an environmental obligation, but a necessity for future generations. My board chief guest will continue to lead efforts in supervising and coordinating wetland conservation initiatives across the entire country. And with the support of various stakeholders led by your ministry, chief guests, including the county governments, like we have demonstrated today, we are other agencies, NGOs, the private sector, and the general public, we have made very significant progress in wetlands protection.
Allow me to just make a few remarks before I read the speech on behalf of my cabinet secretary. Just to appreciate that we have this event in Kikuyu again, and this becomes our pride as a Ministry of Environment, Climate Change, and Forestry. I know, Ese, you are here with the ministry staff. I know Mugo might not have recognized you. The Ministry of Environment, Climate Change staff from the headquarters and various agencies. I can see quite a number of you. We want to recognize you. And the CEO, Netfund, I've seen you. Thank you so much. So allow me to mention that as we celebrate this day, there are two things I want to just make a response. And of course, the CC Korea has identified. I want to appreciate all the exhibitors and all the entertainers, the guys, the various schools that have been here. But as we were being entertained, and I learned, nasikia Kikuyu wote hapa wakiimba. Lakini where are the boys? Mwesh. I think Mheshimiwa who are here, I think the boy child, we need to really work on it. I love the young man. That's why the young man was given all the time. He was the only one. He would have even done 30 minutes a poem. But I want us to really make sure that we empower our children. Two things, only so that I did a CSS speech. And this is, I know there were 7 things that Wangogi Friends of Ondiri. Now we have a program under the ministry called Adopt Wetlands. And we are going to appreciate all the various communities that are working with us. So Friends of Ondiri, we support you. But the 7 things that you request, 2 things I will answer today. The other 5 tutapangana huko kwa mbele. 1, on the assessment of Ondiri, I know we have got a management plan done by NEMA. And I've asked the chairman and the rep of DGO, Masharia, to make sure that we fast track and cassette Ondiri Wetland. We have the county government of Kiambu here who have no issue or objection to it. So kindly let's cassette it, because it is important for us that we secure what we have. And I have talked to the WRA team, which is under the Ministry of Water and Irrigation and Sanitation, that to make sure that we pick on it properly and we secure our Ondiri Wetland. We have a big problem in various other wetlands that we've gone. And while we want to cassette, we have opposition, but where we have goodwill from all the leaders, let's take advantage and we cassette it. And then after cassetting as a wetland under our NEMA laws or MCA, then again your request of making it to be a Ramsar site, wetland of international importance, it will be very easy. So those are 2 things that we are going to do to make sure that Ondiri Wetland becomes a wetland of international importance. So that is one of the key things that we are going to deliver. On the other 5, I know kuna hii road trip nataka kwenda sijui wapi, tutapangana hapo mbele. So with those few remarks, allow me now to read the CSS speech as guided by his office. It is an honor to join you today in commemorating the World Wetlands Day 2025 as one of the ways of domesticating the Ramsar Convention of Kenya. It became a signatory to the convention in October 1990. To date, Kenya has designated 6 wetlands of international importance as Ramsar sites. This day gives us an opportunity to appreciate the importance of wetlands, and especially Ondiri Wetlands. Since the last time we were here, marking the World Wetlands Day in the year 2022, there have been numerous efforts made to secure and protect our wetlands. This event, ladies and gentlemen, provides a platform to create awareness to all stakeholders on the importance and value of wetlands and the need to protect, conserve, and sustainably manage our fragile ecosystems. And as indicated, our wetlands are our purifying kidneys of our ecosystem, and therefore we need to protect them. We secure our future. Today, the focus is to take stock of our efforts and actions in protecting and restoring our wetlands ecosystems in the country under this year's global theme as shared by the Ramsar Secretariat. The theme, Protecting Wetlands for Our Common Future, is intended for countries to take actions to reverse and stop wetland degradation and loss through the active protection of various actions. And all these actions we have already enumerated as my previous speakers have mentioned. Ladies and gentlemen, wetland ecosystems are vulnerable to uncontrolled human activities that negatively impact on their ecological health, consequently causing loss of ecological functions. Encouragement of wetlands for agriculture, settlements, industrial and infrastructural development has led to loss of many wetlands in our country and globally. In Kenya, wetlands cover approximately 3 to 4% of our country's land surface area, which translates to up to 14,000 square kilometers. The ecological integrity of wetlands is also suffering due to pollution, invasive species, agriculture and sustainable use, disrupted flow regimes, and climate change. These statistics do not leave out Ondiri Wetland, which has continued to witness threats such as cultivation within the riparian land, effluent discharge, solid waste dumping, and constant panning, leading to its degradation. Ladies and gentlemen, we all need to be committed to conservation and management of our wetland ecosystems and call upon all the partners to ensure development and implementation of our wetland ecosystem-based management and restoration programs to restore degraded wetland ecosystems across our country. Human activities as indicated in wetlands and their riparian areas such as encroachment for agriculture, settlement, industrial or infrastructural development has led to loss of many wetlands in Kenya. Thus, the need to undertake restoration of the degraded sites. The Ministry of Environment, Climate Change and Forestry is committed to ensuring that livelihoods are sustainably derived from wetlands while maintaining their ecological functions. This involves targeting, ensuring the integration of wetlands into our national and county land use policies and ensuring comprehensive spatial mapping of our wetlands resources. Such measures will guide restoration and sustainable management efforts across the country. As we commemorate World Wetlands Day today, I call upon all the Kenyans to embrace their role as protectors of wetlands, that every individual can make a difference, whether through responsible water use, participation in community conservation activities, and advocating for policies that prioritize environmental sustainability, especially even during on our program on the 15 billion tree growing program. Ladies and gentlemen, as I conclude, allow me to indicate that we affirm our commitment to these vital ecosystems. Protecting wetlands is not just about preserving our nature. It is about securing our water resources, our enhancing our food security, mitigating climate change, and fostering a legacy of resilience and harmony in the environment. And as we do this, as we protect our wetlands, this is one of our ways of preventing or mitigating against the triple planet crisis of pollution, climate change, and waste management. Thank you so much, and may God bless you. Asanteni sana.